Hello there, my name is Neil Fagan. I'd like to spend a few minutes just talking about my career to date to hopefully give you some tips, tricks, and any things that I've picked up over my sort of 30-year career within IT. So it all started back in 1983 when I did a degree, computing in business, which was quite an unusual degree at the time because most degrees were computer science, computer engineering in focus. And this is very much around the appliance of IT into business. So the IT element was only a small fraction of the course. It included psychology, accounting, sociology, and many other things. And the outcome of that degree was to create what we called at the time a systems architect. We now know these as business architects or enterprise architects. Interestingly, my final year dissertation was called Computer Networks from a User's Perspective, and it makes an interesting read now given the state of connectivity all those many years ago. So after graduation, I used that degree actually to move from a number of jobs, probably about three different employers each over about an 18-month period, where I sort of developed my wings and started to understand where I wanted to go in my career. So I started off in sort of network planning and moved into sort of IT analysis and programming. And after those sort of three quite short succession roles, I joined Royal Mail as an IT infrastructure manager, and over actually a sort of 20-year period, I furthered my sort of architecting and commented that with sort of a principal architecture role within a significant part of that business. Following Royal Mail, they actually outsourced their IT to CSE, BT and Zanza, and I joined CSE initially to go on to the NHS account where I did some enterprise architecture, and then spent a fantastic sort of 4 years running the architecture practice for both the UK and EMEA, and actually then became a global role for architecture. And in this context, I was actually awarded the Distinguished Architect position, which was a cohort of only 11 people across the entire organisation that was awarded that. A very prestigious moment for me and a great recognition for my contribution to architecture, actually. Following the architecture practice role, I really wanted to do a more direct role within our customer accounts. And after a degree of sort of process and evaluation, I selected the UK national security business, and for 7 years acted as the CTO there for national security, supporting a very large multi-million dollar, $150 million account from a technology strategy, innovation and delivery perspective, and a lot of significant challenges that went along that way. And then sort of literally only 11 months ago, to coming up to my 1 year anniversary with Cisco, joined Cisco as a CTO for national security, but broadening that role to include sort of defence, Ministry of Justice and police. And once again, using my core skills of not being a core technical subject matter expert, but the appliance of technology into business. So you'll see that over a number of years, I've applied a core discipline of solution architecture and built both a cross-industry and technology perspective. So covering national security, healthcare and distribution and a degree of finance has helped me use the benefits from one sector to apply to another. And I think that's a really important part of any career model, is you don't stay within a single industry because there's an awful lot of reusability within that space. And also from a technology perspective, depth versus breadth is obviously quite a key conundrum. As an architect, you're expected to have the breadth to go across a full solution architecture, but equally you should choose a few areas to go deeper to show that you can go that depth when required, and if really necessary, be able to go hands-on so that when you have customer interactions, you can talk to the relevant people within the relevant organisation. Furthermore, in terms of training and development, I truly believe that that's an iterative process, continually learning and developing. But it's not just about technology skills, it's about the softer skills. So if I pull a few of those softer skills out, for example, dealing with ambiguity, supporting senior and higher level management, and just being able to write proposals well. Just 3 specific soft skills competencies that actually are as important, or if not more important, than pure technical skills. So I thoroughly recommend that you keep 2 tracks of your training and development, both soft and hard skills. In terms of structure, if I go back sort of 30 years ago, did I have a view of where I'd be now? Absolutely not. But did I try and have a bit of structure from year to year? Yes, I did. And I kept that sort of core architecture piece at the focus of my career. So where will I be next? Who knows? But I think, the role I am doing now is very much I see as the hard work and effort I've put in to date, actually. So hopefully that gives you a bird's eye view of one particular career path, from a analyst programmer 30 odd years ago to CTO now at Cisco, and the various steps I took along that pathway. My contact details will be in this associated note. More than happy to help anyone and support as their career furthers. Thank you very much.